We are going to do build 1 in Autodesk Fusion 360. Let's get started. I need to make a sketch, and for this purpose I want to see my world planes. I like to make my first sketch on this bottom view. I'm going to go ahead and hide the origin now. I'm going to make a rectangle that is 5 inches by 3.5 inches. Centered on the origin. I think I said 5 by 3.5. I didn't mean that. I meant 5 by 3. Is that what I said? All right, we'll hit home button again, get it recentered. Now, that rectangle is the same dimensions here, but it has no height. So let's use the extrude tool and go up 1.5 inches. I'm going to hit home again. All right, so now I have a solid block out of which I can cut some geometry. So let's do that. I'm going to try this a little different this time. I'm going to cut out of this side. And what I know is these walls here are 1/2 inch thick, and I know they come down 0.75 inches. So I am going to use a line tool and come over 0.5 inches. Use a line tool to come down 0.75 inches. And then, I don't know, there's so many ways to do this. Just for kicks, we'll come over 0.5 inches again, 0.5 inches. And then I'll grab a rectangle and go from there to there. Now what I did was created this surface, which I can now use the extrude tool, but watch what happens when I pull it through. It actually shows me slicing through the object. So what I'm doing really is cutting out of the block that piece. I'll say okay, and I am now one step closer. I want to move to this face now, so I'm going to click New Sketch, select this face, and I'm going to do a couple things. I'm going to slice these triangles off the edge, and I'm going to slice these little rectangles off the bottom. So how high is that dimension over here? Well, the whole height is 1.5, this height is 0.75, and this height is 0.5. So what's left over is this one. So I'm just going to do a subtraction problem. 1.5 minus 0.75 minus 0.5 leaves me with that height, except shoot, I pressed enter and I still have this to deal with, and I don't know if that's the right length. So I'm going to grab the dimension tool and tap on this piece, and it says, okay, 0.635, that's not right. Should be 0.625. So what I'm going to do is type 0.625 and watch what happens when I press return. It changes its size slightly, which is cool. All right, now I'm going to grab the line tool and start hovering over until I get close to the middle, and then watch what happens when I get to the middle. Bam. That little triangle means you're at the midpoint of a line segment. Cutting things in half is really common when you have symmetrical design, so I'm essentially using this line to find the midline of this face. What's great about what I just did is I can use the mirror tool. The mirror says, what do you want to mirror? So I'm going to select those two pieces. You could select all four if you like, but it's redundant. Then what's your mirror line? Watch what happens when I click this. I end up with two other pieces on the other side, which is great because I need those both rectangles cut from the bottom. All right, now let's cut some triangles off the side. I'm going to take the line tool and go down 0.75. I'm going to take the line tool again and go out this direction. Notice I have a length measurement and an angle measurement. Oh, except what did I do? I got way off there. Let's go back. Go back. I was getting excited. There we go. Okay, so what I'm going to do is click on this side, press tab, type 30, hit return, but look, shoot, it's too short. That's okay. Just grab and drag. Let's use the mirror tool again to make a copy of this to the other side. Mirror, line, and mirror line. I think I have everything I need. Notice I have that surface, which looks a lot like this, and that surface, which looks a lot like this. So I'm going to say finish sketch, and then while holding shift on the keyboard, highlight 1, 2, 3, 4 surfaces. We're going to use the extrude tool again and slice through the object. And look at that. All we have to do now is drop a circle in the center. So one last sketch, we'll put it on this plane. We need to know how big the circle is. Looks like 1 inch in diameter. and its midpoint is 2.5 inches up from that corner, and where's the other dimension? Oh, here it is. 1 inch in from the rail. So I like to use rectangles when I need to go up and over. So where the cursor is eventually where the center of the circle is going to live. So that dimension that's highlighted is 1 inch, tab 2.5 inch, return, and this corner will be the center of my circle. So I'm going to grab the circle tool, click in the center, make it 1 inch, finish that sketch, and then it split my circle up. So I want to go back and show you another little thing you can do here. Let's go back to that sketch. There's a trim tool if you want. This is totally unnecessary, but it looks kind of cool. I'm going to trim out those little pieces. We'll refinish that sketch. Now, if I click on the circle, it selects the whole thing. Extrude, cut through. Notice I overcut. That's really common for me to overcut. And there you have it. Build one.